creeping closer to the halfway point of the season.
Here we go.
And some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now. And their opponents do too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
So the Houston starting five. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Josh Okogie is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at center, filling out the middle.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
To the inside, here's Jokic. Not gonna go that time. Good D by Şengün. Here's Smith. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night here. That's good from Smith.
And when you talk about guys who are built for the modern game, add Smith's name to that list.
Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Jones from outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it was those effort plays that put them over the top. They were the harder working team, simple as that.
Now here's Thompson. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Over Thompson. Murray, no good.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
Durant, pass to Smith. Great D that time from Jokic.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
And coach, last season, the Nuggets were 5th in three-point percentage, but dead last in attempts.
Yeah, you could argue that they should shoot more threes, but then again, they were 2nd in percentage on 2-point field goals, so they have a wealth of options, and to be honest, offense is rarely a problem for the Nuggets.
Here's Thompson. Denver getting their last shot to go. Şengün in the post, working on Jokic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And what separates Şengün from most other pivots is his level of skill, plus his basketball IQ, a really polished player.
He misses the free throw, and Denver making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Shepherd, he's checked in for Houston. That's off as well, so he misses both. Well, there's a lot to like about Jokic. But Stan, you wanted to highlight a very specific skill.
Yeah, B.A., it's his fundamentals on the offensive glass. When he rebounds, he keeps it up high so that he can put it right back up. Bigs need to learn not to bring the ball down.
Now here's Murray. 11 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Here's Şengün, coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
Yeah, and look, he came up huge defensively, grabbing 4 steals during the game.
Now here's Thompson. Goes back up with the clock winding down. The shot off that time. Good D by Jokic. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 5. Johnson passes to Watson. Hardaway against Durant. Step back shot. Hardaway, no good. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Guys, back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Nikola Jokic. Holmes comes in for Watson. And it's Brown in for Murray. And then for Houston, Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Tate comes in for Smith. And Tari Eason subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Hardaway. No points so far. Here's Brown. Thompson pulls it in. Houston leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Tate. Misses the baby hook. Denver has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Brown scanning the floor. Johnson for 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Adams, shot's good.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Outside, Brown. And there's a pick. Outside, Johnson from deep. It's hauled in by Houston. Now here's Thompson. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. And the layup falls. Thompson's got 6 points.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And so it's Houston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back to the game after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets, starting the second. Alperon Şengün out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Shepard. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. And it's Holiday in at the point. And so it's Houston with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Shepard. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. Pass to Holiday. Houston working the ball around. Adams with a screen on Brown. And here's Shepard for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Shepard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
Here's Tyson. Outside Hardaway. Shoots over Tate. They get it again. Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, at 6'11", 275, Valanciunas can really carve out space down low.
A different look for Denver. Jokic comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Najee in for Tyson. Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Brown passes to Najee, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Now here's Durant. In his last outing, 16 points for him. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Jokic against Adams. Jokic with it, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Jokic. Johnson's got his second basket of the night. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That'll be the second stop of this 6-game trip. Hardaway, the pass to Murray. Jokic the screen. Murray finds Jokic. Confident shooting from Jokic.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Pass to Şengün. And here is Thompson. Here's Durant. Back to Şengün. And here's Shepherd for three. Gets the three ball to go. Shepherd's got 6.
And Shepherd may be a rookie, but that was a grown man's answer right there to that last 3.
1:52 left in the first half of basketball. Outside Watson. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Hardaway. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Watson. Here's Shepherd. Şengün in the post. Covered by Johnson. And Şengün gets it to go.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Jones, he's checked in for Denver. Brown comes in for Murray. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Smith comes in for Alperen Şengün. And Okogie is subbed in for Shepherd. Now here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Jokic.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Houston leading by 9. Pass to Smith. Here's Okogie. Durant looking around. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And just a prolific score. Defenders have no choice but to plaster themselves to KD.
Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. The first one falls.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
And both free throws good for Durant.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Nuggets trail by 11. It's Jokic, high post. He's against Capella. Jokic finds Brown. Sends it home from three-point land. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Thompson passes to Capella. Back to Thompson. It's tipped. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Thompson against Brown. Pass to Jokic. We've got 13 seconds left in the second. Back to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Jones from outside. Thompson pulls it in. Here's Okogie. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Welcome. As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. And pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule. And for that matchup again. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good athlete. He sells fouls really well.
We've got Murray. Nikola Jokic is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Cameron Johnson, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And it's Jones with the ball for Denver. 8-point game. Following this game, they host the Magic. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. Pass to Watson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Back to Thompson. And stolen by Jokic. Denver moving it around. And here's Jones. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. Good D by Şengün. Houston leading by 6. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you.
They're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you. For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Murray passes to Jokic. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Inside. They kick it out to Murray. 4 on the clock. Murray gets the triple.
Well, Murray's a 3-level scorer, but arguably does his finest work from that level.
Coach, Nikola Jokic, a guy who thrives playing through contact.
Well, B.A., you know what? Sometimes, yes, maybe more than any other player, when Jokic is forced backwards, he tends to get more creative. It's confounding what this guy can do at his size. Never ceases to amaze.
Knocks down the triple.
And how's this for a response? Durant enjoys coming right back down and delivering the cold-blooded revenge triple.
Back to Murray. Pass to Watson. Jokic in the post. Working on Şengün. Johnson with a bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Hardaway's checked in for the Nuggets. And a change for the Rockets. Shepard's checked in. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Here's the 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got 6.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Screen by Watson. Now Jokic. Defended by Şengün. Outside Johnson. Off target with the 3. Houston leading by 8. Here's Durant. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Murray deciding where to go with it. Pass to Jokic. Şengün with a steal. Smith against Murray. Smith passes to Şengün. Thompson outside. Right side Durant. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Alperen Şengün. And Denver will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Najee comes in for Watson. Strawther's checked in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Jamal Murray. And Houston will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Green comes in for Smith. Tate's checked in for Durant. And it's Davison in for Thompson. Brown passes to Valanciunas. Here's Strawther. Pass to Valanciunas. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 6.
I mean, once Valanciunas gets it inside, we know what happens next. The big man is just doing his thing.
Davison, pass to Tatum, to the paint. Now Adams. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Adams has gotten his second bucket.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Brown. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Here's Davison, down low. And that one's good. Green. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Woo, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And so it's Houston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. So the Rockets 5 now. We've got Steven Adams. Now Perron Şengün out there with Jae'Sean Tate. Then it's Shepard, and it's Crawford in at the 2 spot.
And look at Şengün fighting for his shot. More than will to battle inside.
Outside Murray. Davison, he's checked in for Crawford.
First team foul. Houston substitution. Number 4, J.D. Davison.
Here's Murray. Six to shoot. Pass to Valanciunas. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Buries it from 3.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Here's Shepard. Şengün, a screen on Brown. Inside. And Şengün, throw it down.
Yeah, textbook work by Şengün. Setting a solid screen and then getting open.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. Adams grabs the miss.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Şengün in the post. Valanciunas covering. Houston needs to get off a shot. Here's Davison. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists in the game.
Şengün makes that read so well. He knows exactly where everyone is on the floor.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team, and a new group getting ready for the Nuggets. Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Watson comes in for Strother. Jones, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Cameron Johnson subbed in for Brown. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Adams. Durant comes in for Tate. Okogie's checked in for Shepard. And it's Thompson in for Davison. The Rockets lead by 12. Thompson outside. To the middle. Murray pulls it down. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. Here's Jokic. Johnson outside for 3. The 3 ball is down.
Hey, even when he's got position near the hoop, Jokic is still looking to set up a teammate for an open shot.
Jones against Durant. No good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Outside Johnson. Oh, deflected. And that'll be Denver's ball as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets able to keep possession here.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Murray up top, defended by Thompson. Oh, Murray with the touch inside.
Well, that's just great awareness there from Murray to take advantage of what the defense was giving him and go to work in the mid-range.
Here's Şengün. Outside Durant. Now Thompson. Blocked! Now it's Jones. In close, he drops in the leaner. Houston leading by 5. Outside Thompson, takes a 3. It's money from deep.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Murray against Thompson. Jokic in the post. Off on the layup. Houston has gone 6 of 6 from downtown thus far. Here's Okogie, covered by Johnson. Outside Thompson. Şengün, the screen. Here's Okogie with the shot. Murray pulls it down. Now it's Jones. Shoots a 3. Oh, it misses. Smith outside. Nice! That one's good.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
At the line for 1.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Murray inside, working on Thompson. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.